So very good morning. The previous lecture we had discussed about sampling theory, basic part. Now let us continue with that. So in this lecture we are going to discuss how to test the hypothesis by using various statistical methods. So in this lecture mainly I will concentrate on t-test. So let us discuss first what is small sample and what is large sample. Small sample means the size should be less than 30. The large sample means the size n greater than or equals to 30. So based on the size, we classify the samples. So small sample means it should be less than 30. Clear? So this is about small sample. So let us discuss how to test the hypothesis by using t-test. So this is also called as student's t-test. So here we have two types. One is the first one, we compare the sample mean with the population mean. So that is about the first case. So the next case is the comparison of two sample means. So first let us discuss the first one, the comparison of sample mean to population mean, where x bar is mean of the sample, size of the sample, s is the standard deviation of the sample. So this is the statistic we are going to use for t-test. In the case of comparison of sample mean to population mean, so t equals to x bar minus mu divided by s into square root of n minus 1, where s is the standard deviation, sigma x minus x bar the whole square divided by n under square root, or s square is the variance. Now let us introduce one important concept here, the degrees of freedom. So it is denoted by mu. If the size of the sample is n, then the degrees of freedom is given by n minus 1, one less than the size of the sample. So this is about degrees of freedom. So while testing the hypothesis, it plays very important role. Now let us discuss when we are going to accept the hypothesis, when we are going to reject the hypothesis under t-test. If the calculated value is less than the table value for mu degrees of freedom at alpha level of significance, we are going to accept. If the calculated value is greater than the table value, then we are going to reject the hypothesis. So it's very simple. You just compare the calculated value with the table value. If it is less than, we accept. If it is greater than, we are going to reject. Now let us proceed to the first problem. The problems are very simple here. The mean lifetime of a sample of 25 lights produced by a company is found to be 1570 hours with standard deviation of 120 hours. The company claims that average life of the lights is 1600 hours. Now we have to test this hypothesis. Given T alpha equals to 2.06. Now, what is the data given? So alpha is a 5% level of significance, and the degrees of freedom is 24. Now we have to test the hypothesis at 5%. So what is the data given? N equals to 25, size of the sample, and sample mean x bar is given, standard deviation is given, so population mean is given. So use the statistic t equals to x bar minus mu divided by s into square root of n minus 1. After substitution, all this, it is found to be minus 1.2247. Since it is negative, we take the absolute value of this. So you take plus 1.2247. So clearly, the calculated value is less than the table value. Hence, we accept the hypothesis. Now let us proceed to the next problem. A machine is expected to produce nails of length 3 inches, a random sample of 20 nails, gave an average length of 3.1 inch with standard deviation of 0.3. Test whether the machine is producing nails as per the specification. Use T alpha equals to 2.09. So by data, n is given, size of the sample. Sample mean is given, standard deviation is given. So when you calculate using t test, x bar minus mu by sigma to square root of n minus 1, it is found to be 1.45. So which is clearly less than 2.09. Hence, the hypothesis is accepted. Now let us proceed to the next problem. A random sample of 10 pies and the following IQ 70, 120, 110, not 1, 88, 83, 95, 98, 107, 100. Does this data support the assumption of a population mean IQ of 100? Test at 5% level of significance. Now we have to test this hypothesis. Now the data is given of 10 pies. First we find mean of this data. So mean is nothing but average. You sum up all the entries and divided by the number of entries. So it is found to be 97.2. Now let us calculate the variance. It is sigma x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. The sum of the squares of deviation of x bar. So it is found to be 183.36. Our standard deviation is 13.54. So it is found to be 0.62. So answer is 0.62. So which is clearly less than the table value 2.262. Therefore, we are going to accept the hypothesis. Now let us proceed to the next problem. A certain stimulus is administered to each of the 12 patients, resulted in the following change in the blood pressure in units is given of 12 patients. Now we have to test this hypothesis that whether the stimulus will increase the blood pressure. So we have to test at 11 degrees of freedom at 5% level of significance. As in the case of previous problem, first we find the mean of the sample. So it is found to be 2.833. Also find the variance of the sample. So it is found to be 2.9568. So we use a t-test. Since population mean is not given, we assume that mu equals to 0. So we use the statistic x bar minus mu divided by s into square root of n minus 1. So after calculation, it is found to be 0.22. So which is clearly less than the table value. 2.2 is given. So the calculated value is around 0.6 something. So we are going to accept the hypothesis. The same way you complete this problem yourself. Now let us proceed to the second type, the comparison of two sample means, where this is about the first sample and this is about the second sample, where x1 bar represents mean of the first sample, n1 is size, s1 is the standard deviation of the first sample, x2 is the mean, n2 is size, s2 is standard deviation of second sample. Now we have by t-test x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into under square root 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, where s is the standard deviation or s square is variance. So we have the relation to find out the variance n1 s1 square plus n2 s2 square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2, where the degrees of freedom is found to be n1 plus n2 minus 2. Now let us take up one problem. A group of 10 boys and girls were given an intelligence test. The mean, standard deviation and numbers in each group are as follows. This is about the first group. This is about the second group. Now we have to test the hypothesis that is there any significant difference between their mean scores. So we have to test at 5% level of significance for 20 degrees of freedom. The table value is given as 2.086. Now we take this as x1 bar. This we take it as S1. This is a N1. Similarly, x2 bar, S2, N2. So calculate the variance for this. Variance is found to be, after substituting all these entries, the variance is found to be 88.4. Therefore, the standard deviation is square root of 88.4. So it is 9.402. So now use a statistic now. Therefore, by t-test, we have x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into under square root 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. So it is found to be 0.994 after substitution and simplification. So which is clearly less than the table value. Therefore, we accept the hypothesis at 5% level of significance. On similar problem, two types of batteries are tested for their length of life, and the following results are obtained. The battery A, the size is 10, the mean life is 500 hours, and the variance is 100. Similarly, for second battery B, the size is the same and 10, and mean is 560 hours. The standard variance is 121. Now use a t-test to test whether any significant difference in their lifetime. So as in the case of previous problem, so substitute all these entries in this formula, we get the variance. It is found to be 122.78, or the standard deviation is 11.08. So we have the statistic t equals to x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into under square root 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. So after simplification, it is found to be 12.11, so which is clearly greater than the table value. Hence, we are going to reject the hypothesis here because the calculated value is greater than the table value. Now let us proceed to the next problem. Two horses A and B were tested and the following results were obtained. Now we have to test the hypothesis whether any discriminate between two horses based on this data. Now we take this as X, this data as Y. Now calculate the mean of the first sample. It is found to be 31.30. Find out the mean of the second sample. It is found to be 28.2. Now we calculate sigma x minus x bar the whole square, sum of the square of deviation of x bar from x, sum of the squares of deviation y bar from y. It is found to be 31.4 and 26.84 respectively. Therefore, we have the alternate formula for variance: sigma x minus x bar the whole square plus sigma y minus y bar the whole square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. So it is found to be 5.2973, or the standard deviation is 2.3016. So we have by t-test x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into under square root 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. So it is found to be 2.42. So which is clearly less than the table value. Hence, we are going to accept the hypothesis at 5% level of significance for 12 degrees of freedom. With this, we'll wind up this lecture. Thank you.